Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hidden Korea. Thank you for joining us today. Because the story we're about to uncover is one that has stirred intense curiosity across Korea and beyond. After weeks of silence, Hyun and son Ye-jin have finally spoken out. And today, we dive deep into Hyun and son Ye-jin break their silence, the real story behind the rumored rift. What truly happened behind the scenes? What pushed the couple to address the rumors now? And what is the real truth hidden beneath the headlines? Stay with us, because what you're about to hear may change everything you thought you knew. Let's begin, right now. For months, the entertainment world had been buzzing. Not with excitement, but with a strange, growing tension surrounding one of Korea's most beloved couples, Hyun and son Ye-jin. Rumors swirled endlessly, whispers of a quiet rift, a hidden distance. Something subtly shifting beneath the polished surface of their marriage. Fans didn't want to believe it. Silence that lingered from both stars only pulled the spotlight closer, tightening the knot of speculation. And then, after an unexpected stretch of near-complete quiet, the couple finally stepped forward to speak. But before that moment of clarity arrived, the buildup felt like a storm creeping toward the horizon. Slow but unmistakable. It all began with a series of unusual sightings, or more precisely, the absence of them. Hyun, known for his calm presence and stable public image, appeared increasingly withdrawn. Fan photos from the airport captured his familiar figure. But his smile seemed tighter, shorter, almost fragile. Meanwhile, son Ye-jin, usually warm and expressive, posted infrequently on social media, and when she did, her tone felt cautious. Fans noticed immediately. Comments flooded beneath her posts. "Are you okay? Why does this feel different? Something going on?" The silence that followed only intensified the unease. Then came the first spark that ignited the wildfire. Chinese gossip magazine released an article hinting at domestic tension between the couple. The report lacked evidence, but it was enough to drive international media into a frenzy. Within hours, dozens of outlets repeated the same phrasing, magnifying the headline until it became an international story. Did something happen to Hyun and son Ye-jin? The agencies of both stars issued mild statements, neither confirming nor strongly denying, only fueling more curiosity. The internet reacted like a pressure cooker ready to explode. The first cracks of speculation began to widen into something much darker. Paparazzi swarmed everywhere they went. One particular video, Hyun getting into a car alone after a late meeting, was dissected frame by frame. A single moment where he seemed distracted or tired became a supposed clue to a turbulent marriage. Another clip of son Ye-jin leaving a restaurant with friends became the basis of entirely fabricated narratives. Every gesture, every outfit choice, every public appearance became evidence in a case shaped not by truth but by unrestrained imagination. Yet behind closed doors, the couple remained silent. Not because they had something to hide, but because the situation had grown into something they no longer recognized. Hyun, fiercely protective of their private life, refused to play into the media frenzy. Son Ye-jin, who valued sincerity above all else, struggled with the idea of addressing rumors she believed didn't deserve attention. But as weeks went by, the narrative around them grew heavier, twisting into exaggerated tales that neither had anticipated. The turning point arrived when a Chinese tabloid falsely claimed that the couple had been living separately for months. The article spread like wildfire, reaching Korea in minutes and causing widespread panic among fans. Online communities erupted, some worried, some furious, others convinced that something catastrophic had happened behind the scenes. The story took on a life of its own, spiraling into countless theories: career pressure, parenting stress, conflicting schedules, even baseless accusations about infidelity. The rumors grew, the more suffocating the silence felt. By the time the couple realized how far things had gone, it was too late to ignore it. Photographers camped outside their homes. Reporters chased acquaintances for quotes, and anonymous posts claiming insider knowledge appeared daily. Long-time colleagues expressed concern. The peaceful life Hyun and son Ye-jin had carefully built after marriage was suddenly under siege from stories that felt like shadows, distorted and intrusive. The pressure mounted until the couple reached a quiet decision. It was time to speak. Not for the sake of the media, but for themselves, and for the millions of supporters who deserved the truth. What happened next would become one of the most talked about clarifications in Korean entertainment history. The day Hyun and son Ye-jin chose to step forward began quietly, almost eerily so. No dramatic announcement. Staged press conference. No carefully curated media spectacle. Instead, the couple released a simple video through a trusted channel. Filmed in their home. Raw and unfiltered. For the first time in weeks, the world saw them together, side by side. The image alone was enough to shake the internet to its core. The video began with a long pause. Hyun taking a slow breath as if gathering strength. Son Ye-jin's hand rested gently on his. A gesture small but powerful. And then Hyun spoke. His voice was steady. But there was an unmistakable hint of exhaustion. Beneath it, the exhaustion of carrying a weight for far too long. We've seen the rumors, he said. We've watched them grow. And we've watched people we care about become affected by them. Honesty in his tone cut through the tension instantly. Son Ye-jin followed, her voice soft but clear. "I didn't expect things to become this overwhelming," she admitted. "We thought staying silent would allow time to calm the noise. But instead, the silence was filled with stories that weren't ours." She blinked, her eyes shining with restrained emotion. No dramatization. No overacting, only sincerity. Hyun explained that the couple had not been living separately, as the tabloids claimed. Simply navigating the complicated schedules of two A-list actors. Both had projects in different locations, requiring long periods apart. "We're used to distance," he said. "We've dealt with it since before marriage. It's part of the job. Not a sign of trouble." The calm, most matter-of-fact delivery struck a chord with viewers. Ye-jin added that motherhood had changed her daily life drastically, and adjusting to it naturally meant stepping back from social activities and SNS. "People assumed the worst," she said. "I was simply focusing on my family." But the real shock came when Hyun revealed something deeper. "There was stress," he admitted. "But it wasn't between us. It was the pressure of the outside world. The more people speculated, the more suffocating it became." He paused. "I want our marriage to be shaped by strangers." The couple then addressed the false reports directly. They denied every claim of conflict, separation, or drama. "We have disagreements like any normal couple," Son Ye-jin said with a faint smile. But never to the extent the media wanted to imagine. Came the moment that completely flipped the narrative. Hyun reached for Son Ye-jin's hand again and said, "In truth, we've been planning something important." The internet froze. Fans held their breath. Then he continued, "We're preparing a project together, one we've dreamed about since long before our marriage." The revelation was shocking. The couple, despite rumors of conflict, had been secretly working on a joint film concept in its earliest stages. The emotional shift was instant. Fans flooded social media with relief, joy, even tears. The mood transformed from fear to celebration. Tags praising their honesty shot to #1 across major platforms. Journalists scrambled to rewrite their narratives. International media expressed astonishment at how gracefully the couple had turned a rumor crisis into a moment of transparency. As the video neared its end, Son Ye-jin leaned slightly closer to Hyun and spoke from the heart. "We didn't break our silence to defend ourselves," she said. "Spoke because we didn't want the people who love us to worry." Hyun nodded, adding, "And because our truth should come from us, not from headlines." All moments of the video were simple yet unforgettable. People smiled, genuine, unforced, united. A single sentence appeared on the screen, "Thank you for trusting us." And then the video ended, leaving behind an echo that resonated across Korea and beyond. Rumors didn't disappear overnight. Some people still speculated, still questioned, still analyzed. But the overwhelming majority accepted the truth because it came directly from the couple, spoken with authenticity and vulnerability. In that moment, Hyun and Son Ye-jin reminded the world that behind the glamorous image, they were simply two people trying to protect their love in the midst of chaos. Their silence had lasted long. When they finally broke it, they shattered every rumor, every fabricated story, and every false assumption, with nothing more than honesty, unity, and the undeniable strength of their bond. In the end, Hyun and Son Ye-jin's message was clear. Their love was never weakened by rumors, only tested by the weight of the world watching them. And by choosing honesty over silence, reminded everyone that the truth does not need to shout. It simply needs to be spoken by the right voices. Final words, thank you for trusting us. Echoed long after the video ended, leaving fans with a renewed sense of closeness, relief, and admiration. What began as a storm of speculation transformed into a powerful moment of unity. A reminder that even the brightest stars deserve the space to breathe, to grow, and to protect what matters most. Thank you for staying with us until the very end. Hidden Korea will continue to bring you the most captivating stories, untold truths, and deeply human moments from the world of Korean entertainment. Your support means everything. See you in the next story.